Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna tell you guys my hair care routine. So as you guys can see, I've got pretty long hair and I've had it this way for at least 6 or 7 years, maybe even longer. And I think I managed to keep my hair like fairly healthy and shiny. So I thought I would show you guys what kind of stuff I use and what I do to keep it looking good even though it's really long. So my favorite shampoo and conditioners have remained from this brand for a really long time. And something funny about this brand is that in the UK, this is actually not that popular, and whenever you do find it in a store, it's like £1. But in Portugal, which is where I come from, this brand in particular is so expensive. It's about £5 to £6. So back when I was living in Portugal, I would still get shampoos and conditioners from this brand, but always just when they were on sale. So instead of paying £6, I would pay like £3, which is still so much more than what you can buy them for in the UK, which is really interesting. I don't really know why the difference is so massive. I like getting the same type if possible. This one, for instance, is the Total Repair Conditioner for dry and damaged hair. I particularly look for ones for dry hair, weak hair, thin hair, just because I feel like it's more helpful than just a shampoo or conditioner that's just for normal hair. I will say though that there are a few times when I completely run out of conditioner and shampoo, and actually the few stores that are really close to me don't really sell this brand, so I recently got Tresemme shampoo for the first time in a while, and it's also really good, so I would recommend either of them really, but generally I prefer using shampoos and conditioners from the Schwarzkopf brand. So when I get into the shower, I wash my hair with shampoo just around the root of my hair. Something that I think is really important is that I just brush using like my fingertips. I never go in with my nails because I know that's really damaging to your scalp, so that's something I always keep in mind when I'm washing my hair, and then rinse it off. Then I put conditioner like from here downwards, so I make sure to not put it on my scalp at all, then wash it off. And I also really like using, still in the shower, a hair mask, but that's actually one of the few things that I find weird about the UK. You don't really see a lot of hair masks on sale, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people use them, and in Portugal they're a lot more common and there's a lot more variety than there is here actually, so I usually just get any hair mask that I can find at like TK Maxx or HomeSense because they do have them fairly often. The mask I use once or twice a week. I actually wash my hair almost daily because my hair actually gets pretty oily very quickly. It's a genetic thing. My dad has super oily hair, and if I spend about a day and a half without washing my hair, it already starts getting like really oily and shiny at the top and kind of gross, so I end up washing my hair sometimes every day, sometimes once every 2 days, but I can't spend longer than that without washing it because it just feels really disgusting. But I know that varies a lot from person to person, so if you don't need to wash your hair as often as I do, good for you. On that topic, I also like using dry shampoo on days that I don't wash my hair because, again, it starts getting really oily quite quickly, so I just spray it at the top of my head and brush my hair, and it does make the oiliness kind of go away for a little bit. So dry shampoos are definitely very helpful if your hair tends to get pretty oily like mine. This dry shampoo is also from the same brand. Actually, it's not the best dry shampoo I've ever tried. It's fine, but it's not that great, so I would definitely recommend their shampoos or conditioners over the dry shampoo. After I'm done with my shower, I always use this detangler. I got this in the Marcia hair care mystery box and I love it so much. For my whole hair, I just need 2 or 3 sprays and it's enough. Honestly, it really makes it so much easier to brush. It's amazing. It also smells really good. Apart from that, there's 2 more things that I use. An oil spray for hair that helps it look just a bit shinier and smoother, and cream that helps against split ends. Again, these two are from the same brand. They're both really good. So this you just spray Again, from like here down, definitely not on the roots of your head, because the last thing you want to do is make the roots of your hair oilier. And this cream, since it's for split ends, you just use on the very bottom of your hair. In terms of hair care, that's everything I use. There are several other things that I try to keep in mind to make my hair as healthy as it can be. One of them is that I never brush my hair from top to bottom. I always start at the very bottom and just like gradually work my way up, because that way it's much less likely that you'll break your hair or that you'll pull some out. It's a lot better for your hair if you brush from the way down, especially if you have long hair. One other thing is that even though I really like putting it in a ponytail just to get it out of my way, especially when I'm like cooking or doing something where it can very easily get dirty, I never ever put it in a Ariana Grande or Kim Kardashian type ponytail, because if your hair is tied up that tightly, it really puts a lot of strain on it, and eventually the roots of your hair start getting a lot weaker and they just start falling out a lot more easily, and it's just really, really bad for you. So I really like ponytails, but I only use really loose ones that I know won't damage my hair. Another thing that I've been doing for quite a few years is pick up my hair, and especially I do this especially when it's wet because it's a lot easier to do, and I just flip it to the other side so that the partition is at a different side. It's actually a tip that I got from a hairdresser once, that it's really good to change it up from time to time. Another thing that I do, or in this case I don't do, is use any sort of heat on my hair. I don't use hair curlers, hair straighteners, or even blow dryers, basically ever. I mean, I use hair curlers and hair straighteners maybe like once a year or something. It's super rare, just for an occasion like a wedding or something like that, because the heat is really not good for your hair, and I've never felt the need to. And my last tip for good hair is to really try not to brush your hair when it's completely wet. In my case, I can't, or at least I try not to brush it when it's completely dry either, because since it's a bit wavy, if I do brush it when it's dry, it becomes super puffy and it just has this like weird volume that's terrible. If you have straight hair, it's really, really good if you can just brush when it's completely dry. If you have wavy hair like mine, I would recommend waiting until it's at least partially dry. So that's everything I do to keep my hair healthy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.